Hey guys, it's Eric here at Farpoint Mowers and More. Check it out. Down here at Lowe's looking at the T100 and the T110. These are the entry-level mowers, you know, when you step up from a rear engine. These are entry-level riding mowers from Craftsman. In 2026, $2,099 gets you a 36-inch deck. Then for an extra 100 you move up to a 44. Now these are stamped decks, they're not welded, but they're good looking tractor. Let's see what kind of engine we got here. All right, so we have a Craftsman branded Briggs & Stratton, 11.5 horsepower Briggs on that one. Moving up to the 42, we got the 1750, which is a 17.5 horsepower single cylinder from Briggs & Stratton as well. Now these both do come with headlights and upgraded mufflers on these, which is nice. Stamped decks and stamped front axles. Let's see behind here. These are capable of doing some light pulling, so they do have a slot, which is currently being used to help lock it. And I will say the tires don't have a ton of tread to them from the factory, but they're not terrible either. Seats look well sprung. And our transmission, this is more like a Troy build setup too. Forward and reverse, deck height and engage. And we do have our speed control here for shifting the transmission, as well as our throttle and our ignition. No hour meters on either of these. And honestly, for a base mower, that's not a big surprise. So yeah, it's a pretty cool little lineup. Then from there we move up and we get into the larger size. Here's the 2200. Now you're moving up pretty heavily. Here's the 150. The 150 really is a lot like the 100 series. Slightly larger engine. Now we're moving into 19 horsepower, but we're still single cylinder. And then we get into the 2200 range and we're moving into twin cylinders. There's a 20 horsepower Kohler in this one, larger gas tank, and a much better seat when we move into the 2200 series. This one also has cruise control here, choke. Still no hour meters though. And we do move up to an automatic transmission on the 2200 series. This one is also, the 150 is also an automatic, although I think these are the K47. These might be the K57, I'm not positive on that. But you can see the difference here as far as the seat goes. Now we've thrown the battery in the back on these. Yeah, they're pretty nice. Again, not rated for heavy ground engaging stuff, but a little beefier back end on that. You could probably put a sleeve hitch on it if you really wanted to. Moving up to the 2400K. Now we're getting close to the $3,000 mark, which is a little hurtful. Better quality tires on the 2200 series. See the tread difference? These are going to wear a whole lot faster on those older ones. And we got a 46-inch deck on the 2400 series. And we move up 2 horsepower on the engine from Kohler. Other than that though, that pretty much remains the same. And then lastly, their garden tractor, and I say that in quotes, it is a better tractor all the way around, but you're going to pay for it. Cast iron frame, or cast iron front axle, as this model also has. Let's take a look at the engine here. 24 horsepower, dual cylinder from Kohler. Fuel tank here. Again, still stamped decks, but 54-inch on these. Much larger tires on this one here. We're looking at 22-inch tires on the back of this. And I don't know what the transmission is, but it looks to me to be a K66. Don't quote me on that. You might want to check on that. Still hiding the battery in under the seat, and the seat itself is actually really soft. What surprises me is that for over $3,000 you still don't get an hour meter or an amp meter. You get electric PTO, choke, cruise control, key on, and throttle. So a little bit of a surprise not having even basic amenities. And yeah, that's the lineup here. The 3200 being the beast. A little bit of a different front end on it. Got the brush bar on there. Anyway, that'll do it. There's the lineup of the riding mowers at Lowe's in early 2026 here at Farpoint Mowers and More. Till next time, my friends, take care.